Mm, mm. Oh, I just made this coffee and it's like hot. Burnt my tongue. What's good, everybody? What's good? We are officially live. Wrong one. That was loud, right? That was loud. That was loud. Yeah, that sad trombone wasn't supposed to happen. But hey, some of you guys may feel like that as you see the title. I know some people already was like, yeah, Dre, whatever, giving me the side eye. You guys know who you are, right? But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing, guys. Um, I want to be able to educate my young men in some of the things that they should look for, right? Like, why can't I talk to the young men without some of the women getting upset? I promise you, I'm not trying to bash women. That's not what I do. I value women. I believe that they are a necessary part of society. Okay. But there are some things that men need to really look out for. So men need to have these kind of conversations. They really do. Because what they're not told often is how to vet a woman. So why is it a bad thing if an older OG-ish type of dude want to just, put some young men on some game? Well, not game trying to bag women, but game on try to find a good one, right? That's not a bad thing. You guys should be like, yes, Trey, teach the younger ones how to do it. All right. So I promise you, this is not going to be one of those times where I'm like, women are this, women are that, no, I'm not. What I will be talking about is some practical things that men should really look for in trying to find a woman who is wife worthy. Because let's be honest, not everybody out there, not all the women out there are wife worthy material. Okay. Here's a misconception about the scripture that refers to women as being the prize. Okay. I firmly believe in the word of God. Okay. I also believe that the Bible says, and I firmly believe this, that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. But here's the problem: you're not automatically a prize. Some of you women don't even know what a prize is or what the Bible refers to as a woman who is the one who would bring a husband favor, right? So let's be honest. Okay. Well, you know what? We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it. We'll get into it, right? We'll get into it, right? What's going on, Lamont Warren Photography? Thank you so much for being here, bro. I'm glad you're here. We got to connect. We got to connect. Oh, we got Chelsea Live Line in the house too. Of course, Dara's here. Dara's all ears, right? And she's definitely one of those. Dre, let me see what he's talking about tonight. And my mom's also in the building. What's going on? Hey guys, if you're in the chat, please do me a favor. Hit the like button right now. If you're watching the replay, hit the like button for me. All right. So let's talk about it. This is going to be a part one. I'm doing a 2-part series. Part one is me talking to some of the brothers out there. Part two will be me talking to the ladies, telling them 10 things that women should be looking for when vetting a man. That's part two. So, ladies, I got something for you. But here's the thing: I'm not giving you guys my position. I asked my wife to give me a list of certain things that women should be looking for that I will be sharing with you. And maybe I can get her on the live with me. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So, let's get into the discussion today. All right. And, ladies, tonight's not for you, it's for my brothers. And if you object, you're more than welcome to object in the chat. If you're watching the replay, you're more than welcome to object in the comment section below. I don't mind peaceful discourse and dialogue, even if we disagree. All right? Let's save your insults, please. All right? Let's be grown-ups about this. Okay? Let's be grown-ups. All right. So, 10 things. Now, this list is not exhaustive. I'm not out here saying these are the 10 things that people need to look for. Nor am I saying that these are the top 10 things. These are just 10 things that men need to look for and not really specifically ask. But as you're dating someone, as you're dating a young lady and you're vetting her, these are some things that you really need to look for in a woman to identify if they're really going to be a match for you. Okay. Now, this list is not in any specific order except for the last two. I'm saving the last two for last, so make sure you stay tuned to the very end of this video so you get to know the very last two things that you need to be looking for in a woman. All right? All right. Especially if you're seriously vetting her. Okay. Now, I believe in dating as a time where two, a young lady and a young man, are vetting each other to identify if they fit together. Okay. For that reason, I don't think breakups are a bad thing, especially if you're in the dating phase. If you break up, That's a good thing. You realize, and the thing is, I understand that there's some hurt feelings. You spent time there. You, you've invested time, energy, money, emotions. However, breaking up is not a bad thing because it allows you the opportunity to find the right thing. So you can stay in the wrong thing and be in the wrong thing for a very long time, live a miserable life, or you can accept that the dating process is an opportunity to vet somebody to identify if you guys are compatible. And if you're not, be mature enough to say, I'm out, can't do it anymore. Or be mature enough for the other person to say, they're out, they can't do this anymore. And by all means, go on with the blessings. God bless you. Be praying for you, and hopefully that you will find the right one. Okay. Uh, I see you. It came at a timely. He says it came at a timely moment for him. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple of things. And shout out to Over the Top, because this show is going to be over the top, sis. It's going to be over the top for real. All right. Hey, yo, El Sir, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here. I know that you're going to have a lot to say as well. So let's get into the topic, the 10 things. Now, again, this is not an exhaustive list. This is not like, all encompassing. Men need to do all of this and that's it. This is a starting point. Okay. There's some men that may say a couple of other things that men need to be looking for, and that's perfectly fine. This is what I feel. And this is sort of like me being an older guy, telling some of the younger people, how to do it. All right. And what to look for. So I can't promise that. I really can't. All right. Let's get started. All right. Number one, I think it's extremely important for a young man to identify and learn about the young lady's family history. Some of these things you'll hear again next week when I talk to the ladies, but family history is a major thing that we really need to look for. Let me say this, and let me be really clear. Family history may not necessarily determine who a person is. People tend to learn lessons from family. They either learn how to do things and how not to do things. Okay. So just because somebody was raised in a family that in a household that was a single parent home, or a family that had a divorce in it, doesn't necessarily mean that that person will repeat in those bad habits as well. They may learn from that and want better for themselves and their family, okay, or want different for themselves and their family. So just because somebody's living in a single parent home or a broken home and they grew up in foster care, it doesn't really determine if they are. All right. However, um, knowing their family history will help you determine the motive for why they behave the way they do. Right. For instance, right. If she's from a two-parent home, she's probably conditioned to think that marriage is a normal part of life. Okay. With a mom and a dad and things like that. And it's a greater likelihood that she would be, especially if she has the imagery of the role of a husband and a role of a wife in a house, she's more apt to accept a role in a relationship that is complementing to a husband. Okay. But then again, you got to understand they could have been married because there's some couples that have been married for years, and their full identity as a married couple is in the kids. They forgot how to be husband and wife. So when you get to vet somebody, young man, you have to get to know their family history. Did they come from a two-parent home? Was a two-parent home solid? Not perfect, but solid. They had a firm foundation. Did they come from a single-parent home? Was there, a revolving door of, uncles coming in the house, right? There's a thing that you really need to identify. And just because that may be the case doesn't mean that they will repeat that same habit. All right. But it's important to know those things so you can ask the right questions. And if you see certain patterns start up, you can politely and respectfully back away from the situation because, again, you're still in the vetting stages. Both of you guys should be vetting each other. Okay. What lessons did she learn from the house that she grew up in? Did she learn how to be a wife? Did she learn how not to behave as a wife? Did she learn that, listen, I'm a woman, I'm single, I'm independent, I'm all this and all that, and you need to worship me? If she got that from being in a single parent, independent, then young man, you need to make some choices. Is this something that you want to continue in? Okay. Now, I will be stepping on some ladies' toes tonight, but it's not meant to be in a disrespectful way. We have to, and I say this all the time, we have to be objective in almost everything that we discuss. Okay. Which means that we have to admit, ladies, you have to admit that there's some women that who grew up in single parent homes who were raised to believe that not only were they the prize, right, but they're the prize just the way they are, and they weren't taught how to be the prize. Okay. There's a biblical prize, right, that will bring a man favor. What makes a woman the prize is if she's walking in what the Bible determines her to be the prize as. So just because you're a woman, it doesn't make you a prize. Men, just because she's a woman, it doesn't make her the prize. And we have this idea, this really warped idea that men need to be chasing. No, men need to be vetting. You see something that you like, you share interest, and then you vet that interest to see if they're right. Now, in the vetting stages, that's when you determine if she is the prize. If she is the one that's going to bring the favor of God into your life. If she's not going to bring the favor of God into your life, okay, then she's not the prize. She's not the prize. If she's going to bring you turmoil, headache, strife, if she's not going to be bringing you peace, she's not the prize. She's not the prize. So, men, if she grew up in a home, you have to identify if she was taught how to be the prize. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. Okay. And I heard a preacher once say that, the woman is already the wife material when he finds her. So it's not he who finds a woman, marries her, gains favor from the Lord. It's he who finds a wife. And a woman should be raised in a way that she knows that if she knows she's the prize, and it's not bad to know that you're the prize, but you have to know what makes you the prize. She has to know what makes her the prize. And it's not because she's just a woman. It's because she was raised and brought up in a way that will bring honor to God by being a good wife to a good husband. Ouch, right? It's one of those ouch moments. But I'm going to be honest. You ladies probably like, yeah, I can't really argue with that, Dre. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense. And it does. It's not bashing. It's just, again, and next week, the guys will, be on the receiving end of this as I talk to you ladies, right? It's important, young man, to vet her and identify her family history. Okay. 2, another thing that you need to look out for and vet for is what type of relationship does she have with the men in her life? What type of men does she have? What type of relationship does she have with the men in her life? Whether it's uncle, whether it's father, grandfather, what type of relationship does she have with them? Is it, does she have any respect for them? Okay. Are they only a source or a resource for her? That's extremely important to identify because, again, most women are looking for a man to fulfill all the roles that she needs fulfilled in her life. And if she has men in her life that only pretty much cater to her, right, and you don't see anything reciprocating in that, she have a father who adores her, but she is absolutely spoiled and she doesn't really appreciate her father, or she has a grandfather and uncles the same way. Those are things that you really got to look out for. You got to look out for those things, young man. What type of relationships does she have with the men in her life? It's important to see that because you're going to replace those men. You're going to be the man that she's expecting these things from, which is why if she has a good relationship with her father, she appreciates her dad, she appreciates the men in her life, right? And even if they do support her in any specific way and operate as a source to help her, she's appreciative of it. And she's not like living in a world where she's expecting these things. Like, I deserve this. All right. And again, young man, if you date a woman that ever tells you she deserves certain things, I suggest you walk away. Okay. All right. So right off the bat, I'm from this cool school of thought where, certain things need to be earned, not necessarily deserved. Right. Because if you deserve something, it's like you already earned it. And for a man that a woman just meets to feel like a man should do certain things for her because she deserves it, it's sort of delusional. So, young man, it's extremely important for you to identify the type of relationship she has with the men in her life. Okay. Because you will be the person that will be replacing the men in her life, and whatever expectation she has on them, she's going to have on you. Now, young man, listen to me carefully. It's not a bad thing that she has expectations. She should have expectations of you. Okay. But she appreciates you for meeting those expectations and shows you a reciprocated type of thing when it comes to expectations as well. So if she has expectations of you, that's a good thing. Okay. Meet those expectations as best as you can. But if she does not appreciate what you can meet, it's time to bounce. All right. What's that song? Keep on walking. I ain't talking to you anymore. You just keep walking. All right. Just keep walking. I just walk on by. Walk on by. That's all you got to do. All right. That's all you got to do. So please, when you're vetting, look for the type of relationship she has with the men in her life, and that will teach you a whole lot about her as well. Okay. Another thing that you need to be looking for in vetting, is she looking to be a wife? First, does she even know what a wife is? Okay. Is she more concerned about getting married, or is she concerned about being a wife and a partner to you? CC Pennison. Yes, I had to go there. I had to go there. Right? But is that what she wants? Does she want to be married, or does she want to be a wife? Okay. Wife has specific expectations when it comes to it. Just being married is like, I'm married, but when you own it, you're somebody's wife, you're somebody's husband. Okay. It's not just I'm married. Okay. But when you own it, when you like, this is who you are, you're going to show that this is who you are by saying, like, this is my wife. I'm her husband. This is my husband. I'm his wife. So you got to own it. So is she ready to be a wife? And does she know what a wife is? Has she been taught that? And if she hasn't been taught, is she in a place where she's willing to learn to be a wife? Because we are in a time where many women, and I'm not saying all, and I'm not saying most, okay, I'm saying many women grew up in homes where they weren't taught what it meant to be a wife. And we also live in a time where the older women are not necessarily mentoring the younger women that's not in their fold. And I think, and this is like a loving rebuke to the women out there, the older women, that it's time that you guys start taking these younger women under your wing and mentoring them, because it's important for older women to teach younger women how to be wives, how to be, what the Bible says as submissive to their husbands. And submissive is not a bad thing. And we'll talk about that probably next week when we talk to them. All right. So it's important. But does she know what it means to be a wife? Does she know what it means to be a wife? All right. Is she looking to really fulfill it? All right. Is she calling herself a Proverbs 31 woman, and she's not looking to do anything that the Proverbs 31 woman is doing? She's calling herself the prize because, I'm the prize. So you want to marry me, but she's not operating like a biblical prize. So you have to identify if she really wants to be a wife, and if she knows what a wife is, and if she's marriage minded. Okay. If she's marriage minded. And one of the key indicators is this: it's not bad for a woman to be career focused. All right. But you have to really do some research in, is her career going to be more important than her family? Women need to do this too, but we'll talk to you guys next week. But will her career be more important than her family? Okay, because it's not really going to work out that way. All right. So you have to identify if she's marriage minded, if she's willing to work together with you to build a home, to build a family. Okay. Build a family. Or does she just think that the role of a wife is to just be spoiled by her husband? And again, you can learn a lot by the relationship she has with her men, and that'll help you. So all of these things sort of co-intertwine with one another. Again, I know that it's not popular, but all this stuff will be helpful. Oh, helpful. You know what? I'll do that. I'll do a Q&A at the end. I'll do one. Yes, Titus 2:4-5. Yeah, my sister's on it with the scriptures. Older women training younger women. Yes, that's extremely important for success to happen in a lot of homes. All right. Okay. So is she marriage minded? Okay. Another thing that men need to be looking for when they're vetting a woman is her social media presence. So what is her social media presence like? Some of these bigger YouTubers, right, that want to cause controversy will call this the 304 facts. I'm not doing that. All right. I am not doing that. What's going on, Candidly V? Thank you so much for being here in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. Glad you're here. But before I go into this, because this is going to be a touchy topic, all right, what her social media presence is like. Before I go into this, I want to play a quick commercial. Is that cool? All right. Thank you so much for watching this video, whether you're watching it live with me right now or watching the replay. We greatly appreciate your view and your engagement. So make sure you leave a comment down below about the topic that we're talking about. And also, if you would like to join the Harrison Extended family, you can hit the subscribe button on the bottom right and the bell notification next to it. It'll let you know when we upload new videos and when we go live like we're doing right now. All right. Also, if you would like to join the channel through memberships and support the channel monthly, we have very inexpensive tiers which will allow you to support the channel without breaking the bank. You can do so by hitting the join button on the bottom right of this video, or you can join our Patreon community by going to patreon.com/Harrison Family Value. So please, we would greatly appreciate your support. But even if you cannot give monthly or any kind of monetary donation, you can just subscribe to the channel, and by doing so, you'll be part of the Harrison Extended family. So again, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you have not liked this video yet, do it right now. All right, peace. All right, you guys read this? You see what Chelsea put up? Yes, social media presence matters. And Dara says, how do I do that? All right, Candy Levy is not going to like my answer. I do this with the Melon app, okay? All right, get on it, people. The Melon app is dope. All right, you don't have to always use StreamYard. You can use another one. All right, and I also put a link in the chat if you guys want to go on my Patreon and join the Harrison Extended family through Patreon. And there's also a link down below for all of you guys watching the replay. If you want to support the channel and allow content like this to keep going forward from Harrison Family Values, greatly appreciate the support. All right, you can do it on StreamYard too. Can you? Can you? Can you? Can you really? Can you really? Not like that, though. Not like that. All right. All right. But glad to see you here, sis. All right. So, social media presence. Okay. It seems, and this is where I may sound a little bit judgmental, and I'm not going to apologize for it. It might be. I think the goal for a lot of people, not just women, but a lot of people on social media, is to gain as many followers as possible and willing to do what other Instagrammers and content creators do in order to get those same followers. So we have people copying tactics of people like the Kardashians and Rihanna and other, celebrities with the more sensual uploads and pictures and stuff like that, right? So I think for us young men, we really need to identify what type of social media presence they have by looking at their post, how they respond to comments, especially on Instagram and things like that. If they have a Facebook, what kind of posts do they put on Facebook? Now, am I saying that women should be on Instagram and looking like, all dressed up head to toe in baggy long dresses, looking like, the Quakers? No, I'm not saying that. A woman is beautiful on social media and off social media. So if they post a picture and she's beautiful on social media. And if she doesn't post a picture on social media, she's beautiful off social media. Okay. So, but if there are posts, young man, that's overly sexual and sensual, those are some things that you really need to consider. Also, the type of branding that they have on their social media or what brands they support. Okay. If everything is designer, and they're more about imagery than they are about, they could, no, let me not say that. Let me say they could be more about imagery than they are about the value of a person's character. So that's why vetting is important. Am I saying make a judgment solely on their social media presence? No. But it's a consideration. You got to consider it. Okay. If she's out there posting pictures in like on in the water on a beach, and she got her cheeks showing in like a G-string thong, these are certain things you got to consider, because you guys can date, you can get married, and then now you want her to take those pictures off, and she's like, "Wow, you met me like this." No, I'm not taking these pictures off. And then what if she don't take those pictures off? Your best men and groomsmen probably all seen it. Like, imagine standing at the altar with the woman you're marrying, right? And every single man in your dais seeing the cheeks. Like, these are things that you really have to consider, young man. You have to consider this. You have to. Hold on. I'm about to make some people mad. What does she have to offer? Oh, I know I have no problem showing abs on social media. Nah, but I agree with you. Yeah. Right. Bathing suits come with thongs now. It seems like every bathing suit that's on social media is that. It's like, do they sell anything else? Right. So again, young man, you really got to, think about these things. Think about these things. All right. So, Craig, you're saying a mouthful there, bro. Yeah, some of these things should be reserved for the union of marriage. So I think now, again, she on the beach, it was okay. So, I, I, again, I'm not trying to pass judgment, but when she's on Instagram, if she's on the beach and she's taking a picture of herself on the beach in that for Instagram, okay, if you're on the beach and you're chilling, do you, right? We don't need to see that. But if you're posting it on social media, the reason why people post things on social media is because they want people to see it. That's just logic. They want us to see it. So that's why, young man, you got to be careful, because if she's posting things like that on social media, she's doing that because she wants those things to be seen, and she might again be concerned about imagery, attention, and you'll be hard pressed to really know for sure if she's into you. 2 years into the marriage, the attention that you're giving her may not be enough, and she's going to be going to social media looking for attention. So we really okay. Listen, that's all good. Excuse me. That's all good, V. But if you're posting it on social media, we don't need to see your tan cheeks on social media. Okay, your future husband's groomsmen don't need to be looking at your cheeks either. Uh, Social media is a nexus of narcissism now. I'll tell you a lot about it'll tell you a lot about a person. Too many people seeking attention, and I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I struggle with this. I do struggle with this because, like, when I get my hair cut, right? Like, this is the Dre needs a haircut look. Whenever I need a haircut, you guys know, because I come on my live streams with my curly hair. Okay, all right. I put water in it and I just mess it up, and boom, I'm straight. But when I get my hair cut, I be like, yo, I gotta put this on the gram because your boy is looking nice, right? And my little temporarily narcissistic self, right? But I think you're right, though. I think it really has brought out too much of what people see outwardly, and not enough of what we should be seeing inwardly. And the thing is, even then, right, black exploitation. Let's say we start showing things that help our character. Are we really doing it genuinely? Like, am I doing it genuinely by taking a selfie, giving a bag of food to a homeless person? you know, that's again narcissistic. So I think social media presence is extremely important for men to identify and look at, to see if this is worth getting into. So when you're vetting young men, you have to look at their social media. They're going to be looking at yours. Trust me. Trust me. They're going to be looking at yours, looking at all your from your first picture that you posted back in 2011. They'll be looking at that picture too. All your posts, all of that, all of that. So make sure that you're vetting their social media, and again, it's important. It's important. Next up, wait, what else? I'm going to have fun with this topic tonight. I'm going to drive Dre crazy. You drive me crazy anyway, Kennedy V. All right. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for being in the chat tonight. Thank you so much. Hey, John, welcome to the live. That's their problem if the groom man is looking. Do we really wait? So if I post a picture of my six-pack abs, if I had six-pack abs, right? If I did that, right, is people's fault for looking, or if people looking, it's my fault for posting? You see how we twist certain things, Dara? You see how we twist certain things, right? We blame the people for looking, right, at pictures we post on a public forum, right? But then when they look, we can't like accept responsibility. We gotta really accept responsibility for that. Okay, you got to, for real. And of course, she's gonna be like, right, Dara, boo, boo. All right, all right, all right. Listen, women, make sure you vet these men too. Listen, why? What I said next week is gonna be about that. Okay, V. Okay, it's gonna be about that. But again, my target audience is young men. Okay, young men. And my wife is helping me out with a list of things that women should be looking for in a young man. So you guys can wait till next week for that. I promise. All right. I have social media, but the last time I uploaded was in 2014. I'm 34. I don't care for social media. Good vibes only. All right. I'm with that. I'm with that. Amen. Now, if he a boy, he shouldn't be. This is why there's so many men on social media that say women lack accountability. All right. I don't think that's the case, but you blame a man for looking at a social media post that you created, right? And say they shouldn't be looking, but they're looking because you posted it. I mean, it's hard for me to see the logic there. So I so agree with that. I don't even post anything on social media, maybe forward a post, but I don't post pics online. My guy doesn't have any social media accounts either. People think it's weird. And the reason why they think it's weird is because social media has become so normalized that people who don't have it, it's like, yo, what's wrong with you? Nothing. In fact, those tend to be the most solid relationships. All right. But let's continue. Check her social media and vet her by looking at that as well. Okay. All right. Next, what type of friends does she keep? Okay. Are all her friends the hot girl summer type of girls? Or do she surround herself around a variety of women who are married, single, but then they have a good core, like they have good character. Okay, um, they don't model their lives after the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Right? What type of women do she spend time with? Look at her friends. Okay, bad company corrupt good morals. You can tell a lot about a person by looking at their friends. So when you vet their friends too. Don't be afraid to say, hey, you going out with your girls? Hey, let me join you. Let me just hang out with you guys for a little bit. All right. And just get to know our friends. All right. You know, double date, things like that. Get to know who her friends are. Okay. Identify her oikos, the people that are in her inner circle of influence. Because when things go south between you two and you guys need support and she's going to them, you want those people that help support the relationship, not tell her to do toxic things to make you angry. Okay. Let's not do that. We have to be able to look at their friends and say, these are good people. They're good influences on her. Or, yeah, man, they're toxic. All right. I don't know if I can be with you if you have these kind of friends. And don't be afraid to do that. Okay. It doesn't make you a sucker. It makes you uh, a reasoner, a logical person when you're trying to choose somebody that you want to marry. So make sure that you vet their friends as well. But I think it's worth arguing that a healthy social media presence can give you insight into a person's social life. I agree. Do they party? Are they active at church? We're going to talk about that too, bro. But wait, hold on. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Sadly, I think it's a norm now. Have naked pics on the internet. It's a norm, but it shouldn't be, right? Um, I, men really don't want their wives out there for other men to be gawking at after. Just like women don't want that either, right? So we really got to, and I think that's also protective. It's harder for a man to protect his wife that way if she's putting herself out there like that, right? Because men don't just want to protect the physical person, right? But they also want to protect the dignity of their wife. So when they say certain things, it's not just all about how it makes him look. It's really about how it makes her look. Okay. If you find, especially if you find a good man. Okay. If I can, if I can, if I can control what I see, they should too. Gosh, where's the accountability? Hot gal summer women can have, have a good court too, though. Can they? Can they? I'll give you guys an opportunity to come up and share your thoughts. All right. Okay. Listen, the reason why hot girl summers exist is because the hot girls can't find a husband, or the men don't want to find them, or when the men vet them, they release them. That's why they're having these hot girl summer. You don't like it? I'm sorry, but it's the truth. I don't want to be mean here, but guys, what do you value? Do you value the hot girl summer, ladies? Now I'm talking to the ladies. Or do you value finding a solid individual to share the rest of your life with? Okay. It goes again back to what we value. I wonder what men think about my social media. Why don't you? You know what? Put a post. Like I think you should. You have a stories. Put a post in the stories and take a poll. See what they think. To an extent, you have a point, but I think those with an active social media presence like to show in general, and that is already a problem. Seems like privacy is a thing of the past. And again, I agree. And I said that before. I struggle with it, right? There's sometimes when I want to post pictures of myself. I'm very proud of my family. I want to post pictures of my family. Things that have happened in my life that have been highlights. I tend to want to post that. So I think, yeah, we definitely have that, and I have that struggle too. One of the things that my wife is really good at and encouraging me is to say, Dre, you don't really got to put everything on social media. You don't. So I've been learning a lot from her. Like if you've seen in the past like 2 years, my social media presence have really changed. Right, it really has changed. It's like I'm not posting a lot like I used to, and yeah, it's balancing. I'm no longer pressured to feel like to think, well, what does this person think about my post? How many likes? How many comments? I don't have that concern anymore. Now, when it comes to YouTube, it's a little different because like I'm trying to build this as a business that can secure my family. But with other stuff, I'm like, yeah, men like to have somebody that they can show off. It depends. So now, uh, a man who is securing himself don't need other men to look at his wife as sexy, right? Beautiful, yes, all right. Men want other men to look at men. And now I'm talking to the women. See, taking my attention. I'm supposed to be talking to the men. All right, but just real quick, men want other men to look at them and say, "Wow, he's got a good one." Not, "Yo, she got a baddie." Like that's what men, real men, all right, when they secure a woman, don't mind men saying, "Yeah, he really got a good one there." You know, they don't want a real man doesn't want another man looking at his wife and saying, "Yo, she a baddie, yo, you see those pictures on Instagram, yo." You can't. That's not what real men want. But I get what you're saying. That's such a good point, Dara. I wouldn't want a guy that's obsessed with his social media presence. I also think people share way too much online, and I have friends that have hundreds of pics. Yeah, like look at my Instagram. Go, you know what? Let me hold up. I have like thousands of pictures on, and it's because I never delete anything. But I'll put it in the chat for you guys. I don't think delete anything, but it is what it is, right? Exactly. These men should be all right. I'm done talking to you, ladies. Okay, because you guys are taking over. All right, I'm here to talk to the young men about what they should look for when vetting a woman. And I appreciate that you guys are in the chat and you may disagree, but young man, if you want to find a solid person, you really want to find what the Bible consider as a prize, you have to vet her. You have to vet her, just like she will be vetting you. Okay, you have to vet her as well. So back to this: what type of friends does she spend time with? Who does she spend the most time with? Okay, because those are the people that will be influencing her. Those are her oikos. Those are the people that influence her. Okay, so you have to vet her friends as well. Okay, next, how does she handle conflict? When you vet her, you have to see how she handles conflict. Am I saying create a conflict? Absolutely not. We want drama free as much as we can. Okay, do not create conflict. But one thing I guarantee is that conflict is going to happen. How does she handle conflict? Either with you or with other people. because that is something that will give you an indication of how she will handle conflict with you. Okay. How does she handle things emotionally? How does she handle things? Is she indifferent? Does she care? You know, how does she handle? Is she looking to handle it? Is she looking to do it in a way that's bringing peace? How? This is very important. So when you are vetting her, when you're dating her, identify how she handles conflict, because it'll let you know how she's going to handle conflict with you. Okay, and then when there is a conflict that comes up with you guys, right? See how she treats you during it. Is she demeaning? Is she putting you down? Is she trying to trash your dignity? Is she trying to make you feel less than a man? Or is she able to identify what the problem is and see how you both together can come up with a solution? Now, bro, if you can find a woman that can clearly identify the what the real problem is and want a solution right away, you found the prize. But if she's like, rah, 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 look at you. That's why I never liked you anyway. That's why I had other men. You may want to say, you know what? I am going to exit stage left and let you do this stage drama on stage all by yourself. Okay. So, and I'm gonna get to the chat because you guys are really lighting up the chat, right? Especially the two of you. But I'm gonna get there. All right. So again, how does she handle conflict? And some of these things will overlap because I'm going to talk about this next week, okay, when it comes to the women. All right, but how does she handle conflict? Next, is she expecting you to finance her? When you vet her, identify if she's expecting you to finance her. Now, this does not mean that you do not have to be a provider. Young man, you need to be a provider, okay? But you still got to identify if she's looking for a financier, okay? Modern women, not all, but there's a lot. They want a man that can finance their dreams. Here's the thing: a lot of that has to do with social media. They follow these couples or they follow these women who are in the Maldives and they're in Paris and then in some island in the Caribbean and in Iceland taking hot tub dips in the ice. Right? They're finding men to finance them. Okay. In many cases, they don't even want to be with them. They don't want to marry them. They're just looking for financier. You got to be able to identify that. Okay. Some men will be financial suckers, meaning that a woman will suck every resource out of you. You got to look out for that. And again, I'm not talking about all women. So if you're watching this, ladies, I'm not saying that you are that or all women are that, but we can't deny that there are women like that. Okay. And because men are visual, because we're visual, we will see a beautiful woman and we will dish out resources upon resources, right? In trying to win this woman, thinking that she's a prize. But again, what makes it a prize is not what she looks like. That's not what makes it a prize. So you trying to show that you can keep up with whatever financial expectations she has and trips and red bottoms, all that stuff. Don't be a sucker. Even if you can afford it, don't be a sucker. Don't. Right? You want to make sure that who she is, the character she has, is what you're pouring into and what you're investing in. Okay? It's very important. Make sure that she's not looking for a financier. Okay? Because if she's looking for a financier, chances are you're not the only guy she's dating. And she will keep you close. I mean, real close. Make sure that all your attention is on her so nobody else is getting those resources. And she's getting that resource from you, Peter, Raekwon, Tim, Raul. Be careful. Be careful. All right. Now, this does not absolve you from being a provider. You're expected to be a provider. But when you're vetting a woman and dating her, you want to make sure that she's going to appreciate what you're able to provide her. Okay. Which is why you can't be trying to impress a woman on the first date. That's not your job. Your job in the first date is to present who you are and allow opportunity. There's my laundry. Allow opportunity for her to get to know who you are and vice versa. So if you can afford a nice dinner in the beginning, by all means, do it. But make sure that you're not trying to do it to impress her. Okay. Because again, how you start is how she expects you to continue. So if you're starting off with, $300 dinners, she's going to expect that every single time. Okay. I always say this to young men. You have to allow yourself to graduate to those levels. Okay. Especially in the dating and vetting stages. There are certain things that a woman should be able to get from you that no other woman should be able to get. So if you pay $500 on a first date for this woman, and then you do it again for another woman and another woman, that don't make her feel special. Okay. Get to know her at the very base level, do something with her without thinking about the money, but do something that's going to be valuable to you getting to know who she is and her getting to know who you are. Okay. And don't try to impress her, because once you start going there, right? Now, I'm not saying all women are like that. There's some women that would appreciate you taking them out on a first date and a $500 dinner and not expect that. But there are a lot of women that will, and you're going to have to meet that every single time or you're going to lose her. So don't risk it. Don't risk it. I'm not ignoring the chat. I will get to it. I got like 43 comments I got to respond to, but I'll get there. All right. Next, are you compatible with her? Is there compatibility? When you're vetting, you're looking for compatibility. Compatibility is not, are we the same? Do we have the same interests? Compatibility is, do we match each other in each other's strengths and weaknesses? Meaning, where you're strong at, she may need support at. But where you're weak at, she can support you at. Do you guys fit? Are you guys like a puzzle piece that fit together? And when you come together, it's hard to take apart. Or when you fit together, it creates a beautiful mural. Are you compatible? Many couples don't look for compatibility, which is why a lot of relationships end in divorce. It's not about compatibility. It's about what they look like. It's about what they can do under the sheets. Or for women, it could be about how much money they make. No, are you guys compatible? Do you guys fit one another? Is she suitable for you? The Bible says that God created Eve, and when he created Eve, he made her in a way that is suitable to Adam. Is she suitable to you? All right. Don't just look at her body and her face. Is she suitable to you? Do you guys meet each other's needs? Do you guys complement one another? Not necessarily having to have the same interests, but can you guys more than tolerate each other? That's what you guys are looking for. Okay. I got two more left, and these are the two most important things. All right. In my opinion. But let me get to the chat. Okay. Now, that's a sad reality. Let me put on some chapter because I have a feeling I'm going to be reading for a while. Okay. The first thing men ask you now is for your IG handle instead of your number. And all they like to do is text. Nobody, yeah, good point. Likes to talk on the phone anymore when it comes to getting to know someone. Now, one of the reasons why they're looking for your IG is because they're checking your social media history. They definitely are. Let me get her IG. Let me see what kind of men she, what kind of picture she posts on it. Like, let me see what she doing. All right. Dara, men have a heart attack when they see your social media. Dara's right. At content creators, we have to stay active, and that consists of great pictures. I used to refuse to go on a date until after I've had several conversations with a man first, because a lot of times you can pick up on red flags even before a first date happens. I agree. And even then, like, it's what we consider dates, right? Like, conversations is extremely important. And you're looking, and for young men, I think what she's saying is absolutely important. If you are looking to go out on a date with somebody, make sure that it's in a place that conversation can happen. Okay. I always say this. Do not ever take a woman to the movies on a first date, because you guys aren't talking about, anything. We go to a place that will foster conversation, and also a place that's not like euphoric, like the most, luxurious spot in the city with the most beautiful view. Not yet. Not yet. Because atmosphere plays a huge part in how people behave. Now let's go somewhere basic and let's just have a conversation. Let's be absolutely real with one another. That's important. Yeah. But very, very, very good point. Yeah, that's my Instagram handle. I used to refuse to go on a date. Yeah, I did that already. Let me go down. My IG is tasteful, so that's on him, on them. That's a great idea, sir. But if the right man come and say, where's all the brothers at, man? I'm trying to talk to the gentlemen, and I got all women in my chat. Men, where you at? Where your questions? You guys have any responses to what's happening in the chat? All right. But if the right man come along and say something, I might listen, but I really don't have nothing wrong. Okay. It's not our fault that there's mainly women in the chat. I know it's not. I know it's not your fault. I know. Right. The male audience not here. Hopefully they'll watch the replay. Because the thing is, my analytics say that 86% of my viewers are men and only 14% are women. So I'm trying to like talk to my brothers out there. LOL Daryl, Kenley V. Most didn't think so. They wanted to go out right away, but I like to get a feel of someone first. If I can't catch a vibe through the phone, then how is a date going to be any better? True. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. I agree with you, sir. It's better to get to know them first. In this day and age, people can't afford to just provide for anyone. It should be a mutual thing, provide for each other. And I think that's the ultimate goal. And oh, wait, is that my sister? Hey, sis, that's my sister-in-law. Shout out to sister-in-law in the chat. And again, that's the mutuality of a relationship. That's a reciprocation that exists in a beautifully balanced relationship. Very true. Sir, I'd rather give my handle because a lot of times I don't know if a man, I'm going to like them enough to give them my number. Yeah, number's like personal, right? Yeah. Yeah. And then they feel like if they have well, no, I'm not talking to you ladies. Next week's for you guys. I'm not saying anything else. I'll read the comments, but I'm not talking to you guys anymore. When I made a vow to stop dating broke men, wealthier men started appearing. I'm never dating a man who makes less than me again. All right. I hear you. Kenley V says, I think I'm just old school with a lot of things. You can't have my address, not come into my house, and I'm not coming over to yours right away. All right. Period. Poo. All right. I think the number is better. Giving out the handle messes up your target audience. And if you have a bunch of men in the social, it may come across wrong when you find the right one. It's a good point. But again, gentlemen, where you at? I don't want a financier, but I do need to have a foundation, especially if you want me to be submissive. Yeah, but it's finances the rights foundation. It can be one of the pillars, but I don't know if it could be a foundation. The foundation have to be something a little bit more more substantial than that, because again, if the financial pillar falls and you have other pillars to hold up, right, you can build back up the financial pillar, because you never know what happens in life. Finances can crumble, but it's not meant to break your home. But a lot of times, because we make the finances our foundation, when that crumbles, the whole relationship crumbles. It shouldn't be the foundation, but it should be one of the pillars, and pillars that are strong enough to hold up in case another pillar was to break, so that you have enough time to repair it. Hope that made sense. Yeah, but I'm with you, sis. I don't even give up my phone number to some of my family. Right? Yeah. Agree, Mo. I definitely agree with that. I used to keep one of those text now numbers to give out, because some men won't take no for an answer. It's dangerous to reject men nowadays. What, guys? I'm trying. Ladies, can you stop? Like, men, can you guys comment, please? Nah, no. So Kenley V, and the way you say, excuse me, and no, and the thing is, and I'm now I'm gonna talk to you. You do not want a man to impress you. Whenever somebody's impressing, they're not giving them their real self. They're giving them their best foot forward. Stop expecting people to impress you. This goes for men and women. Men should not be looking for women to impress them. Women should not be looking for men to impress them. Stop looking for people to impress you. Okay? You either accept them for who they are, or don't accept them for who they are. People should got to stop trying to impress. That's why we have so many fake people out there. All right. You know what's at the core of fakeness? The need to impress. So you want to find somebody who's real? Do not expect them to impress you. So no, and I will stand by that till I reach my grave. No, you do not want a man to impress you. Okay? You do not. And I say that with all my inside fiber. All right. What do you consider a broke man? Because most men are average earners, and a lot of good men are disqualified due to the fact that solid average earners are less than. Um, yeah, I'm not really focused on like the because providing is could be subjective based on what the needs, no, the wants of a woman are. Okay, you can have a good man with an average job that will provide for all of the needs of a woman, but the thing is, a lot of times, what a woman needs is not enough for her. She wants her wants provided for also. So a man is expected to meet that. Man, men be gold diggers too. Yo, what is happening with you guys in the chat? Like, men, right? I want you guys to read the comments too, man. Just watch, okay? Just watch. All right. Because next week, when I talk to the women, these same women won't be on the other side. They're gonna be like, yeah, you're right, Dre, you're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah. The real problem is people don't. Oh, where's that at? Come on, show it, show it, show it. The real problem is people don't know how to court anymore, and that's annoying. You're right. People don't know how to court. They don't know how to present their self, their real self. So they want to impress while they're courting. All right. Courting has to do with identifying if somebody is worthy enough to be married to, or if you're worthy enough to be married to them. Courting is vetting. That's what it is. That's what it is. Y'all be throwing the term average around too loosely. He doesn't have to be rich, but he should be financially stable. No builder bums with a good heart. Okay. But here's the thing. There's a lot of good men that are on the come up that a lot of women will ignore and overlook. But then in 5 years, they'll be the ones, hey, remember back then you used to like me? Yeah, used to. I got a lady who appreciated who I was then, and now I appreciate her now. So, yes, men don't know how to court today. Listen, so I'm trying to be nice here, trying to be nice, okay? Because the comments is showing exactly why men need to vet women. The comments are showing this. All right. So I want to encourage you ladies in the chat that's watching right now. Can you guys try to be objective? Okay. Let's be objective here. Okay. Let's think about balance. Let's think of how we can look at this situation as objective, because I think that based on some of the comments, you're looking at it pretty one-sided. All right. As if, what can I get out of a relationship? Okay. I'm trying to talk to the guys about what they can get out of a relationship. Okay. You got to be objective here. Your brother took me to the movies on the first date. He played himself. Wait till I get him. I'm gonna talk to him. How dare he take you to the movies on a first date? He played himself. Okay, I wish I had to play. You played yourself. Wait till I see him. Broke is someone who couldn't afford to pay my monthly living expenses. That not that I want them to. They just need to be able to afford it. Someone who lives check to check doesn't save or invest. Uh, I'm saving mine for Q&A. All right, all right. I'm trying to get there. Now, Dre, let's not get crazy. We love a good view. Don't we all? No, I mean average men, average earner, all right, earning, as in between 50 and 60K, whether good or ill. That is a median average for men all around. Agreed. That is the median average. Women represent. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. The bro is here. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Where's he at? Where's he at? He said he was here. There he is. All right. Thank you so much. No, I feel you on that. I'm not commenting. Dre, the men not here. They're coming in. They're coming in. All right. The brother just gave me a super chat. We'll get to his comment. Your analytics wrong. No, the analytics is not wrong unless there's women creating fake accounts that masking as men being fake. Finances can change from one year to another. So God forbid that happens. And that's why I'm saying finances shouldn't be the foundation. It can be one of the pillars to help keep the house up, but it can't be one of the foundations, because a house can still stand if one of the pillars fall. All right. And it gives you time to eventually build up that pillar again. But if it's the foundation and the finances crumble, The whole house will fall. Dre said, yeah, man, guys, quiet down in the chat. All right, please. LOL, Dara, exactly. Probably taking a nap so they can watch Kevin Samuels. All right, shout out to KS, I guess. Yeah, that's what they're probably doing. Even though there'll be more women talking to him than men. No, we're here. All right, thank you so much, bro. Let her know. Got the bros in the building. All right. That's why it's important to have more than one stream of income. That's extremely important. We're the fellas because y'all getting us in trouble with Dre. I need my brothers here. Oh, we got Honestly Speaking in the house. What's going on, sis? Uh, what's going on? Let me see what she has to say. Peace. They wallet. You see this, right, sis? You see this, right? Right now, if we're staying silent, that would be an issue too. I don't mind you guys silent. I just want to see some objectivity. Like, there's not much objectivity in what's being said here. It's also a lack of accountability as well. And that's the thing. And I think that that's a talking point for a lot of these red pill manosphere spaces. And even me, like I'm neither. By far am I that. But when I come on here to talk about things that would help out guys when it comes to identifying a good woman, I got women in the chat talking about, nah, man, what about this? What about that? But next week, when I talk to the women about men, there's not going to be one man in the chat saying, well, what about women? It won't happen. It won't happen. All right. We gotta be objective here. I'm done raising men and refuse to be told that I should date down. I say single before I do that again. I don't know what is dating down. What is dating down, or what is dating up? Man, speak up. Hello, Dre. Don't want to talk to us women until next week, till next month. I think that he needs to be pursuing God. He doesn't have to be perfect. Agreed. But again, we're still talking about women. So here's the thing. Instead of talking about what you guys think men should be looking for, you're still talking about men. So how about this in the chat? All right. Or if you watching the replay, leave a comment down below. What are some things that you feel men should be looking for in a woman? What do you think? All right. Let me know down below. Or let me know in the chat. I hope not that. All right. All right. The super chat. I got it. Finally got to it. Look at the finances as the NBA. If you don't show up for the game, you're not getting your money. Same apply to trying to get into these relationships. All right. I hear that. All right. Where we at? Yes, but a lot of times men will stay with you while they're on the come up, and a lot of them will drop you once and this is, ladies, I'll talk to you guys next week about this. Okay. Once they need to be where they need to be, Jesse Williams. All right. I'm not denying that, but we're going to talk about that next week. I think he needs to be pursuing God. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. Where we at? Dre has been spitting facts tonight. Thank you for teaching these men how to vet properly. Thank you so much, sis, for your comment. I appreciate that, even though you may be the only one in the chat who thinks so. Sorry, I didn't. No, that's cool. Telling black women to date potential is dangerous rhetoric that has. Oh, did I say date potential? Ooh, I didn't say that. Don't be putting words in my mouth, sis. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. Okay, but I will say this. All right, not dating potential has kept a lot of women single as well. And those men who finally reach that place of success wind up going other places because the women that they wanted to date didn't want them. So it's a layered conversation that must be had, that we can't point the fingers at one specific demographic. Again, there's some accountability and responsibility from on all parts. Well, like you said, men should find women. Where we at? Like you said, men should find women who don't want to expose their bodies for attention. And I think that's very important. Very important. Drop you like a bad habit. Because here's the thing, and I'm gonna get back to this. No, I'll talk to the women about this. No, women, if you're watching, men don't mind liking your picture, right? They may think you're bad, but they may not want to marry you. All right. Most men don't good men that want a solid family. They're not trying to necessarily marry the insta baddie. They really want to marry somebody who's beautiful inside and out. And yeah, with that being said, let me go to honestly. Now, like you said, where we at? I'm almost to the bottom. I'm almost to the bottom. I promise you. We're going to open up the link. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Hold on. Hold on. Where we at? Why does it keep doing that? There we go. I think we need to keep that same energy. Make sure we hold to the standard. Yeah, both, right? So we have again, we have this idea that men must meet certain expectations, but when we encourage men to look for certain things, that's a bad thing. I don't. Again, older women telling younger women what they need to be looking for in a man is a beautiful thing, and it should be happening. Blacks, and that purpose would be what exactly? Listen, leave blacks alone. All right, it's one of my brothers here. Like, leave him alone. Okay. Yes, I'm patient because I'm building my empire right now too, and I focus on a soulmate. I hear that. I'm doing all this talking. I don't even want a man. I've been curving everyone. So why you in here giving me a hard time, huh? I read that in your voice. Men should look for the following: a woman who is God fearing. I'm not there. I'm getting there. Honest, nurturing, dependable, value oriented, giving, and wise. All right. That's stupid. You can't judge somebody off a beach pic. Why are you still focused on a beach pic? It's the whole totality of somebody's social media. I'm not just talking. Good grief. Stop. Dara, stop. All right. All right. So let me give you guys the last two things that I find. It was just a question, Dre. I was trying to okay. I'm gonna give you guys the last two things that I think a man should be looking for, and then I'm gonna open up the video, and then I gotta get off. Maybe I can give you guys like an extra 10 minutes, but I do have to get off. Um, uh, does she have a genuine relationship with God? Like, does she know who God is? And is she saved according to Romans 10:9? Now, this is for those who are Christian and who wants to raise a nice Christian family, godly principles. If she is saved according to Romans 10:9, has she confessed with her mouth that Jesus is Lord and believed in her heart that he was raised from the dead? Okay. Has she confessed with his mouth that Jesus is Lord, believed in her heart that he was raised from the dead? Right? Has she received salvation like that? Does she see salvation as her being blessed by God, or is she looking at her salvation as her being a blessing to God? Right? Those are things that you got to be looking for. All right. Is she saved, and is she looking to be a blessing to God and not trying to have God be a blessing only to her? Okay. Vet her and identify these things. And also, is she connected? Is she connected to and involved, actively involved in a good Christian community, church community, where she has good, godly people around her that would influence her to do the right thing, okay, in the marriage. All right. Again, she can have these hot girlfriends that's going to tell her, yo, he's getting on your nerves. Yo, let's go to the strip club, or let's go here, let's go there, let's go turn up. Okay. I was watching an excerpt from The View, right? And how one of the married women on there went out with her friends on a girls trip. And she said the things that happen on a girl trip, a lot of guys don't know. As I hit my extra mic. Guys, make sure that she's connected and actively involved and get the majority of her influence from that godly community. Because if she's getting it from them, she's probably going to turnkey that to you and be a positive influence on you as well. So is she saved? Does she love Jesus? Has she confessed with her mouth that he is Lord, believes in her heart that he was raised from the dead? Is she saved, right? Is she spirit filled? Does she value the word of God and try to apply it? And is she expecting God to be a blessing to her? Or is she primarily focused on being a blessing to God? Also, does she love God? And does she love people? Identify those things. And does she have a good Christian community around her? All right. All right. Those are the last two things I'm going to talk about today. Those are the 10 things that men need to be looking for when vetting a woman. It's not exhaustive, but it's a good starter for you guys. All right. And V as well, that depends, right? Whether it's building up his business, finishing his schooling, or his enterprise is still on the come up. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. Well, and again, this is why uh, women tend to go after college basketball players, because in that potential phase, because they'll potentially become a superstar, right? I just hope that men could identify, and I'll hope that I can help men identify who's genuinely there for them, who's there for the bag. Okay, so I'm going to leave I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna come up, but I'm gonna drop the link right now. All right, and I'm gonna pin it in the chat. Now, I don't have a lot of time because I need to spend time with my wife. All right, so I'm gonna stay up a little later tonight. So uh, I dropped the link in the chat. I'm gonna pin it. All right, and if you guys would like to join the discussion, there's the link. If there's any Q&A, or if you don't want to come up, you want to put the question in the chat, put a Q with a colon, and then your question, and I'll see if I can answer it. Now, again, the key word potential. Most don't. Ladies, I want to encourage you, ladies. I think one of the things that keep people, men and women, but because you left the comment, perpetually single is their perception of the people that they want to date. If you think all men are a specific way, then no man's going to be good enough. So I think that it's important for us not to think so negatively about the very people that we want to win. Okay, so let's be careful of that. Yes, however, at our age, he still needs to bring something to the table. Everybody needs to bring something to the table. Can we stop saying this whole at our age he needs to still? No, everybody. He needs to bring something to the table, and you need to bring something to the table. That's it. That's it. All right. I'm not coming up because it's men's week. Okay, whatever. All right. I got my. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. I guess like a sort of a question.
Yeah. What's up?
Um,
I'm gonna get to your question next, Craig.
all right. My question is okay. My question is all right. Damn, it's a good question. I want to. All right. My question is, I know I'm focused on the road when I'm talking.
Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. Make sure you focus on the road.
Yeah. All right. My question is, all right. Here we go. My question is, how do you, uh, damn. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
How do you? Okay. How do you go to a place to where you can get different types. Like not when I mean different types, to where you get the best type possible. Like do you like where's the
Oh, and
setting to find
uh, with
to
women.
find the person whatever. No, I'm saying where's the setting? Like where's the setting or location?
Oh wow, that's a good question, and it's hard for me to
Yeah,
answer because like because again
cause you have
yeah there are places that people like there's people that have solid marriages that met in a club at a bar, but I wouldn't recommend meeting because those are like too far in between. You have a better chance just meeting somebody and keeping yourself available in everyday situations, at a park,
mm,
even at work, and getting to know somebody from a different department, at church, places like that. Even if you're at the mall, right, and you're single, and you see somebody that may spark your interest, even places like that. Like I don't know if there's any specific place that people can go to meet somebody. There may be some places you don't want to go to, strip clubs, like things like that. But I think as men, right? If you are single and there's somebody that sparks your interest, by all means, put yourself out there and get to know them. Whether it's somebody that works in a different department, at your job, somebody at your gym, things like that. There's many places. There's many places that you can meet somebody. Just there's some places you just don't want to meet somebody at. Yeah.
another thing. I know it's not a question or anything. Another thing.
What's going on, E Black? Shout out to E
You hear
Black.
me?
Got monetized recently. Shout out E Black. Yeah, but go ahead, bro.
Okay. Another thing I wanted to. Oh, it's not a question no more. It's not a question now.
Yeah.
Another thing is. I know it must sound hard on us guys.
Hmm.
We do this thing where I don't know, we buy this stuff or we damn near go bankrupt, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
just to keep this relationship or no or just to get a chance to meet that woman or not even
Hmm.
the finance or
Yeah.
not even the finance aspect. or we do some things we won't usually do. Like that's not our usual selves,
Mm-hmm.
just to get that chance.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I say it's important for people not to go into relationships trying to impress the other person. This goes for men and women. You want to present your true self, because you need to give somebody the opportunity to like who you are and not fake who you are. Because what happens is eventually they're going to get to know who you really are and going to be like, yo, this is not who the person I thought was. Like, I didn't know that this is who the person really was. It'll save you a lot of heartaches if you just present who you really are and not go into relationships trying to impress somebody. So if you don't have a Beamer, a Benz, or whatever, don't go out renting one to take some girl out on a date.
Oh yeah, they even
You
applies to
know?
getting a they even applies to getting a job. You don't want to go in the job trying to
Yeah.
be something you're not. That's gonna
Mm-hmm.
take you out the
Yep.
job before you even get a
Quick.
chance to get in that job. Yep.
Yeah, because the thing, they're gonna think you're qualified, right? And then when it's
Yeah.
time to fulfill that position and show your qualifications, they're like, wait a minute, you don't meet the qualifications, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we gotta make sure, and that's why I say, and I know V disagrees, but we can't be spending our life trying to meet somebody and then trying to impress them. Okay, this is who I am. This is who, and if I give my best foot forward, I'm giving you my best foot forward, not somebody else. I want you to believe I am. This is who I really am, and who I really am is the best I can give.
Oh, oh
And
yeah.
either you take it
There's
or you
so
don't.
there's I know I feel like the girls gonna attack me for this. But there's this thing of the potential topic. I mean, there's people who are like, all right, for example, the ring on I know it's an analogy. I'm using that as an
Yeah.
analogy. The ring thing. They was trying to do a Shark Tank. The Shark Tank rejected them. Nobody
Wow.
believes. Oh, that's a crazy contraption. That don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden they made a lot. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Millions. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's crazy.
it's
Yeah,
like
but
that.
it's
And
true.
no, but yeah, but here's at the same time. There's people like you're saying who's working towards certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You don't take a step forward or give them a little. But then when you start to see them, oh, doing this, start, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's all I gotta say with the
Yeah.
whole potential thing. But
Yeah.
if,
Yeah.
if I'm
Yeah.
making any sense,
No, you are. I hear you, bro. I hear you. And thank you so much for coming on, man. Are you working tonight?
yeah, I'm working a little bit right now. Oh yeah, but there's one more thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
if the person look, if the person saying, oh, you're being this potential, this that, don't. Us, you as a man, don't. I'm not all that experienced. I don't have all those years of living. I'm like
Yeah.
20, only 25 years of. If the
Mm-hmm.
person, okay, if the person, look, if that person, don't care about your potential, find someone else. Don't even waste your time with them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
don't make it your business. And don't make it a business talking about, oh, this X does that, this X does, or she has to, oh, you've been in a relationship with somebody. At least talk. I ain't saying lie about the
Yeah.
person, like be a
Mm-hmm.
fake positive, be
Yeah.
honest, but don't look to dig at their past or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And compare to
Yeah,
your exes. That's important too. That's important too.
yeah,
Thank you so much for coming through. I'm gonna get to Craig's question now.
yeah. You too. I'll head out.
All right. All right. Be safe, bro. All right. And Craig says, I met a young lady at my friend's wedding, and when we met, we really clicked and enjoyed each other's company. She's beautiful, but I was so drawn to her because of her warm nature. Yeah. So again, there's nothing wrong being attracted to somebody's beauty and their physical attributes. All right. But if you're keeping it there, remember the Bible says that beauty is fleeting, vain is deceptive, and beauty is fleeting. Okay. Character is the most important thing. And shout out to my younger brother, my big younger brother in the chat. Where's he at? Let me get his comment on here. All right. This is my brother. This is my like blood brother. Right. This is Gloria's younger son. I value a friendship and a partner before getting intimate. I feel you connect a lot better. I agree. This is why you value them and then marry them and then get all the intimacy you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No? Yeah. All right. Yeah, but what's up, bro? Thank you so much for watching. Who am I missing? All right. Anybody else got any questions? What I missed? Sis, you're gonna have to watch the replay because your sisters in the chat went buck. They went buck. Danielle says what I missed. Oh boy, they gave me a run for my money. All right. There are women everywhere. The problem is when men are actively looking and hunting, they tend to go for what strikes the eye, and that's it. Agreed. Instead of it being more organic, natural, becoming friends first. And again, that's why I don't think that there should be any pressure given in the beginning of a relationship, and this is why they should be vetting. And there should always be an open door for both of the people in a relationship that are vetting each other to exit. Okay, an open door, no pressure. If I'm not the one for you, I don't want you to pretend like I am the one for you, because eventually you're going to realize it. And then 2-3 years of time invested, we don't like each other. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Right, Chelsea? Right? All right. So, guys, it is about that time for me to leave. I got to go. Okay. I got some stuff to do with the wife. And that's it. But shout out to E Black in the stream and everybody else. I also thank you everybody for watching, whether you're watching the replay or the live stream with me. And I also thank everybody for being so engaging in the chat, even though you guys were giving me a headache. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right, man. I'm not even going to highlight that comment, V. I just won't. No, I'm not. All right, guys. So I have to go. Thank you for the I appreciate you guys for being a part of the show. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. I have someone in the friend zone. He was mad, but I have someone in the friend zone. He was mad, but understand I don't jump right into dating anyone. I want to know you can be a good friend before a lover. Agreed. You guys just keeping the comments going. Sometimes folks use people like we play spades. I got two in the possible, right? They do. They do. And here's the thing. If you ever play spades with me, I'll give you guys a tip. I pretend like I don't know how to play, right? And like I pretend like I have no clue what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, like I make people mad because they see I know what I'm doing. And yeah. All right, guys. So with that being said, I gotta go. I am going to play the music at the end. You guys know how it goes. All right, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the live stream, or if you're watching the replay. If you made it this far and you haven't liked the video, what's wrong with you? Like the video now. And if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe, hit the bell notification next to it. And by doing so, you'll be joining the Harrison Extended family. Yes, you'll be joining my lovely community of Harrison Extended family members. Greatly appreciate it. And if you would also like to support the channel financially by giving a monthly donation, you could do so in two ways. You get the join button down below. We have inexpensive tiers: third cousin, first cousin, third cousins, second cousins, first cousins, and siblings. Okay. And also we have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/Harrison Family Values, we also have the same tiers there. You can support the channel there as well. Greatly appreciate anything. And if you can't give, just subscribing to the channel and joining the Harrison Extended family that way will help out the channel as well. And also make sure that you like the video. Do that now. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Next week, I'm going to do part 2. My wife is going to help me organize the notes for that. We're going to be talking to women about the 10 things they need to be looking for in a man when vetting him. Okay. We're going to have a great conversation. And again, everything that I talk about is from a Bible Christian focus. So we're looking at, really impact people with the gospel and show them how the gospel can help impact their lives positively. And shout out to my sister for the super chat. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And also, I welcome super chats as well. They help out with the channel. Thank you so much. So guys, without further ado, I'm going to end the live stream. So thank you guys so much for watching. And until the next upload or live stream, I'm out. Peace.